Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Jeremy.
And you are listening to Culips. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Culips. Today, we've got a catchword episode for you. Catchword is our vocabulary series where we teach you interesting and useful English vocabulary. Could be slang or phrasal verbs or idioms. We teach you all sorts of different vocabulary. But guys, the common thread about all the vocabulary we teach you in this series is that it is essential for understanding English. And today, joining me is my co-host, Jeremy. Jeremy, hello.
Hello there, Andrew. Thanks for calling me today.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Jeremy, I am a bit sorry, though, because we have some kind of negative expressions to teach our listeners today.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, you know, life is happy and sad. And so, of course, there is vocabulary to represent the highs and lows of life. And today we're going to look at some of the low vocabulary. We'll look at two idiomatic expressions about being demotivated or discouraged or disappointed. All of these kind of let down emotions. And don't forget, you can get the study guide for this episode on our website, culips.com. It's a great resource and it is the best way to study with us. So just visit culips.com and you can download it. Jeremy, the first expression is to take the wind out of your sails. Yes. Take the wind out of your sails. This is the active way to say it. You could also say it passively, like I had the wind taken out of my sails.
Mm-hmm. So the your sails can be anyone. My sails, his sails, her sails.
Mm-hmm.
And here sails is spelled S-A-I-L-S.
Good
it's
point.
Not S-A-L-E, which would be like when you're selling an item.
Right.
This one is a sail, which is the cloth part on a boat that allows the boat to move with the wind. So The wind blows the sail and pushes the boat along the water. So if someone took away that wind, then the boat cannot move, right? So that sort of gives us a hint as to the meaning of this expression.
Right. So if you had the wind taken out of your sails, or if somebody takes the wind out of your sails, it just means that you're discouraged or you're demotivated.
You lost your motivation to do something. In this analogy, your motivation to do something is like the wind. Mm-hmm. Motivation is wind. Mm-hmm. So if someone takes away that wind, takes the wind out of your sails, then you have no motivation to do what you are doing. You can't go forward.
I think probably everybody has had this happen to them at some point where they're
definitely,
super excited about an idea or super excited about doing something, and you want to share that idea with your friend or a colleague, and then their reaction is just very blasé. And then you become demotivated. You're like, oh, I was so excited, but my friend said that's a bad idea.
Or like one thing that comes to mind for me was when I was in elementary school, there was this movie that I really wanted to see, and I was so excited to see. Mm-hmm. And so I went to my friends and said, hey guys, guess what? I'm going to go see this movie on Friday. And my friend said, that movie's stupid. And I felt like, oh man. So in a way, he took the wind out of my sails. I was all puffed up and moving around and excited. And then he said that, and then I sit down and I be quiet. and put my head down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. And it's a bad feeling when you have the wind taken out of your sails, because you just feel a little bit down. But I think we've defined this expression sufficiently. So why don't we listen to a couple of examples with it now?
Let's do it.
So I ran that new idea I had by my boss.
Nice. I'm sure he loved it, right?
Nope. He shot it down.
What? Why? It would have saved the company a ton of money.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I don't know. Anyway, it really took the wind out of my sails. So in this conversation, we hear two colleagues talking about an idea that would have saved their company a ton of money. And when it was pitched to their boss, it was shot down. Okay, it was shot down, which means that it was rejected. When the guy who pitched this idea, who told this idea to his boss, was shot down and rejected, it took the wind out of his sails. So he felt demotivated to continue working hard and thinking of new ideas for the company. All right, let's move on to example number 2.
So are you all pumped up for the camping trip this weekend?
I don't know, man. I might have to bail. I'm not sure I still want to go.
What? Come on. If you bail, then others might too. Don't take the wind out of my sails like this. We've been planning this trip for weeks.
All right. I'll go.
Yeah, there we go. In this example, two friends are talking about going on a camping trip the following weekend. One friend says that he might have to bail, and bail means to cancel or to decide not to go. His friend responds by saying, "Don't take the wind out of my sails like this," meaning, don't do this to me, don't discourage me. I'm very excited for this trip right now. Don't take that away from me.
Yeah. That guy sounds like a bad friend. Like they've been planning that trip for weeks, and then at the last moment, he decides to bail. Bad friend.
Jeez, Andrew, you need to reflect.
It's not me.
It's a character. Everyone.
It's a character. All right. Let's move on to our second expression, which is to kick you when you're down. To kick you when you're down.
Or to kick me when I'm down.
Yeah, well, I don't want to kick you when you're down. I don't want to kick anyone when they're down, to be honest with you.
But I'm sure we've all seen a movie in which there is a scene where some character gets kicked while they are down.
Yes.
There are lots of scenes in movies like this.
Exactly. So maybe people are thinking that this literally means to kick somebody, but it's not physical kicking.
It can be, but it usually is not.
Right. I mean, it could be physical kicking, but most of the times it's a kind of metaphorical use of the word to talk about damaging somebody or hurting somebody or doing something bad to someone when they're already in a bad place or a bad state.
So let's say that I borrowed Andrew's car for the weekend, and after borrowing his car, I go see him, and he tells me that he lost his job. And I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Well, I should tell you, I crashed your car." Maybe you could say, "Come on, man, don't kick me while I'm down."
Right. That's a perfect example because, I'm already in that negative mindset of being depressed because I lost my job. And then you have the audacity to go and crash my car and kick me when I'm down.
Yeah. It means to add damage, to hurt, or to do something negative to a person when they're already suffering from something else.
Exactly. So it's this kind of stacking of bad things.
Yes, like stacking on.
And often we say, oh, life is really kicking me when I'm down. It's not about somebody, but life in general. Like sometimes maybe you lose your job and then you break up with your partner and then you get sick and then you run out of money or something, right? You just have bad news, this kind of stacking of bad things happening again and again. Then you could say, oh, life is really kicking me when I'm down.
It's like, not again.
Not again. Okay.
So let's look at some examples for this one to help you all understand a bit better.
Great.
Hey man, remember that money I lent you last year? I'm gonna need to get that back.
Could it wait a bit?
Sorry, dude. I'm in a bind. I need it like now.
Oh, gosh. Life is really kicking me when I'm down right now. I lost my job last week. My girlfriend dumped me. And now this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about all that, but I really need that money.
All right. I'll get it to you. So in this example, we hear about a guy who is suffering from multiple bad situations at once. He lost his job, his girlfriend dumped him, and now his friend is asking for money. And he's broke too, right? So it's just a very bad place to be in. And because of this, he says, wow, life is really kicking me when I'm down right now. So he's in a bad place. And this can really make you feel discouraged from even going forward with life. It can be really hard to dig yourself out of a hole like this.
It sucks, man. It sucks. That's a common expression. It sucks.
Straight up sucks, yes. Let's listen to our final example for this episode right now. We should talk to Gregory about the report. He's going to need to redo it. We can't submit it like this.
You know what? Just let me do it. He's been under a lot of stress lately, and I don't want to kick him while he's down.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll just fix it up a bit, and then we can submit it.
Okay, I'm sending it to you right now.
In this example, two coworkers are talking about a report that Gregory did. Apparently, the report was not done very well. So, one of the workers decides to take on the project himself because he knows that Gregory is under a lot of stress, meaning he is suffering from stress, and he doesn't want to kick him while he's down. So he is suffering from something negative now, stress, and giving him more work will be like a kick, adding something negative to an already negative situation.
Exactly. So being stressed out and then being told that the quality of his work is very terrible will even stress out and make Gregory feel more demotivated, more depressed.
Yep.
Poor Gregory.
Man, he sure has a very nice coworker. Wow, that guy is very nice.
That brings us to the end of today's episode, everyone. Thanks for listening. We hope you learned a lot. Remember, you can get the study guide for this episode on our website, culips.com, and you can also find us on social media. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you'd like to get in contact with us, maybe you have an episode suggestion, topic that you'd like us to cover, or if you have a question or comment, let us know. You can reach us at contact@culips.com. And if you like studying with us, and if you learn a lot from us, then please support us. You could do that by leaving a 5-star rating and a nice comment on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We will be back soon with another brand new Culips episode, and we'll talk to you then. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.